and girls. For this week, we are going to be reviewing a few letters and practicing blending words by themselves and words in sentences. The letters that I'm about to show you are actually ones that we don't use an awful lot. So this week's reading video is actually going to be a little bit shorter compared to what it usually is. But I'm going to first go ahead and review the letters that we're going to be working with this week. I'm going to write all of them on the board just to start. Again, I'm starting with uppercase and also lowercase. And when we do this, I'd like you to try to think about the name of the letter, the picture that goes along with our alphabet chant in the classroom, and then the sound that the letter makes. So let's start with probably the first and the easiest one on the board. H, helicopter. Next we have X, X-ray. X. And this, remember, is that kind of sound where you're smushing the K and the S sound together to make X. And the last letter that we're going to look at for this week, U, umbrella, and we're going to be looking at both the short U sound. So we're going to be thinking about when it makes the sound in a word. We're also going to be looking at words that have the long U sound. And this is where we're going to have the bossy E come at the end of the word. Okay, so we're going to be doing both short U and long U. So let's start with our first letter, and I'm just going to go ahead and write a couple of words that start with the letter H. I'm going to ask that after I write them on the board that you pause the video and you take the time to please try to blend those words so that after you push play, you'll be able to read them right along with me. Okay? So there are your three words for the letter H. Please go ahead and pause the video to blend them. And I hope that you were able to blend and read these three words together. The words are, read them with me, please. Ham, hen, hat. If you were able to read all of those three words with me, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. Good reading. The next letter for the week that we are doing is the letter X. Most of the time, this letter is going to be, if it's in a word, it's not very often that we have words that have this letter in it anyway. But if it is in the word, it's going to come at the end of it. So the words that I'm going to write on the board are going to end with this letter. Okay, go ahead and push pause to blend those words. And now that you've had a chance to sound them out yourself, let's read them together. All of these words do actually rhyme. Fox, box, ox. Okay, all of those are going to end in the letters OX, which means that it's part of the ox word family. Fox, box, ox. If you were able to read those words with me, give yourself another pat on the back. Nice job reading. Okay, and for our next letter, now the letter U is a vowel, which means that often it's going to come in the middle of a word. Okay, we use it in the middle, and this is where we're going to be practicing both the short U and the long U. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write a couple of short U sounds first, and then we'll see if we can turn them into words that make sense using the long U sound. So just to go ahead and start us off, okay, go ahead and push pause, please. All of these have just a regular short U sound. I don't see any bossy E, so we're listening for the sound in the middle. Go ahead and try to blend them yourselves. And now that you've had a little bit of time, I hope that you're able to read these words right along with me. Here we go. Tub, cub, bud, rub. Okay, in the middle of all of those words, I just see that letter U making the sound. Okay, the bottom two I can't really turn into words that are in our language that make sense with the long U, but For the top two, if I add the bossy E to the end of each of those words, it's going to change this letter U. It's not going to say anymore. Now when I blend it, I'm going to actually say its name, which is U. So blend it with me. Here we go. Tube, tube. Okay, so I'm thinking like a paper towel tube. Okay, that shape. Same thing down here. The bossy E is going to make this letter U not say anymore. It's now going to say U. So let's blend it. Here we go. Cube, cube. And that would be like the 3D shape, okay? In the shape of an ice cube, okay? So those are going to be words, letters that we're going to be reading now in sentences. And again, there's really not a lot of words that are in our language that have the letter X and even the U. There's not a ton of words that we have. That's not a very common vowel. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Before I actually go ahead and write the sentences that I want you to practice blending on your own, I'm actually going to do just one thing. I'm going to write a sentence. Okay, there's my sentence. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write two words up at the top. One that is the short U sound and one that is the long U sound. Okay, first thing I would like us to do is to go through and to actually read the sentence that's written in pink together. Our job is going to be, after we do that, to figure out which of these two words at the top are we going to write on the line to make the sentence make sense. So let's sound out some words together. Here we go. J-A-N, J-A-N. Jen is her name. Jen is in a blank blue, that's a sight word, dress, 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 okay? Jen is in a blank blue dress. I want you to look at the two words that are at the top. I'm not going to read them to you. This is where it's going to be your job to figure out, am I going to put this word here on the line to make the sentence make sense? Or am I going to put the second word that's over here on the line to make the sentence make sense? Go ahead and take a couple of seconds or minutes, however long you need, by pushing pause on your computer or your tablet. And when you're ready, go ahead and push play. Okay? I hope that by now you've been able to make your decision. Jen is in a. If I were to write this word on the line, Jen is in a cut blue dress. If that was the one that you picked, unfortunately, Mrs. Rose is going to have to give you a thumbs down. That one does not really make sense, and we have to make sure that we're really careful. That's why I wanted to do an activity like this. Jen is in a cut blue dress. Does not really make sense, okay? However, if I add the E at the end of that word, which is all that changed over here, Jen is in a cute blue dress. That bossy E changes the letter U to make it say its name. And now this sentence makes sense. I can picture Jen in a cute blue dress. Okay? So just a little example of how it's very, very important to make sure that we are reading the words that are on the page and making sure that if something doesn't quite make sense, we go back and we fix it. Okay? The last part of this week's video for reading is just going to be me writing some sentences on the board. Again, I'm asking you to please push pause so that you are practicing reading the sentence. This is what you would be doing if we were sitting together at my reading table doing this. So since we can't be all together in the classroom, I would really like you to be practicing your reading right now. Okay, so here is your sentence. Again, press pause for as long as you need it to go ahead and read what that sentence says. And now that you've had a few seconds, let's read it all together. Read with me, please. He can fix this. Okay, I saw that letter X at the end. Fix this. Nice reading. Here is your next sentence. Again, same thing. Go ahead and push pause, and when you're ready, push play. Let's read together. Ready, go. The bug is cute. I don't know how many bugs I would describe as being cute, but you never know. The bug is cute. Good reading. Okay, this one is a little bit longer, so it might take you a couple more seconds to read, and that's okay. Take as much time as you need. Go ahead, please, and push play and try to blend and read those words in the sentence. And now that you've had a little bit of time, let's read it all together. Ready? Read with me. I will hum a tune with my mom. Very good reading. That was a tough one. I will hum a tune with my mom. Very nice. One more sentence to practice this week. And for your families at home, this is a good activity for you to be coming up with sentences of your own, especially using the letter sounds that we are reviewing for this week. And just have your child practice reading them over a couple of times will not hurt them. It's good fluency practice for their reading. Okay, and go ahead and read that last one, friends. And let's read all together. Ready, read. The ham is in the box. Very nice practicing letters H, X, and both the short and long U sounds. Again, as you're reading stories with your families, be on the lookout for words that maybe have some of those letters and see if you can use your reading and your blending skills to try to figure out what some of those words are on the page. Thanks for practicing with me, friends. Bye.